Hello everybody, and welcome to another edition of Sonoran Reef. I'm Charlie, and behind me is my 140-gallon reef tank that I call the Sonoran Reef. Now, as you can see, my tank behind me here, there are no fish in the tank. And if you are running a tank fallow, there's probably only one reason that you're running a reef tank fallow, and that is a disease outbreak. And my 140-gallon tank came down with marine velvet. It came down with marine velvet because of a stupid impulse purchase. I didn't quarantine, I didn't do anything, and it is my fault. So it's been about 2 months, so I'm not bitter about it anymore. I'm not wanting to give up in the hobby. In fact, starting to do videos again is my way to stay active in the hobby when I'm not able to baby the fish in the tank. There were a couple of survivors. They're in a quarantine tank right now, and I'll be doing a whole video on the outbreak, my treatment, but that's not what today's video is about. Today's video is about algae control in a fallow reef tank. Now, in this reef tank, I had 4 tangs, 4 angels, a lawnmower blenny, in addition to all of the other fish and cleanup crew. So if I had an algae problem, I was not aware of it, because with that type of population, they were picking at the rocks in the back of the glass all the time, and I never saw a speck of algae in this tank. Now, I do have natural sunlight behind me. Those blinds are usually open, and this room has a lot of natural light. In addition to that, I have some radions on this tank, and my PAR is fairly high. So once the fish weren't in the tank anymore, I started to see an algae problem. Now, this tank had been fallow for almost a month before I started noticing issues. And the issues, well, they were getting progressively worse day by day. And I had tried to keep up on them in, just cleaning, picking off algae when I could, but I'm incredibly busy. I'm the vice president of a company. I work a lot of hours, and I could not keep up with the amount of algae that had to be removed from this tank. So about 1 month into that fallow period, the tank looked like this. Yeah, that's pretty bad, right? So the very first thing I decided to do was maybe add some more cleanup crew. I went out and purchased 5 more emerald crabs. I purchased some more blue-legged hermits, and I purchased some more snails. 20 snails, 20 hermit crabs, and the 5 emeralds. So I put those in the tank and waited a week, did some cleanup, and it was not getting any better. So I got on Reef Central, I got on YouTube, I got everywhere I could, and I found a ton of stuff about, running a tank fallow and disease outbreaks, but nothing about algae control in a fallow tank. And as I continue to search through forums, Facebook posts, threads, everything, one comment in one set of forums mentioned a product called Vibrant. Now, this is Vibrant, and I wasn't sure. If you go to their website, and I'll put a link down below, you don't get a real good grasp of how the product works. You don't get a real good grasp of what's in it. The directions simply say dose a milliliter per 10 gallons. But I was desperate. It wasn't that expensive. I thought, you know what, I'm going to try this. And I purchased it, overnighted it, it came in, and I dosed 15 milliliters to this tank right away, and I waited a week. And I don't know what I was expecting, but anything had to be better than what I was going through. And well, after a week of adding the product to the aquarium looked like this. I know, right? It doesn't look any better to me. So, you know, at this point, I wasn't sure what to do. I decided to just basically, the first thing I wanted to do was throw the product away, but I didn't. I let, you know, that patience that we all have to have as reefers come into play, and I thought, okay, well, I need to give this product a little bit of a help. I need to give it a fighting chance. Just dumping in the aquarium that looked like that and just praying, you know, that's not a fair shot. So I cleaned the tank, and that went something like this. Okay, the tank's clean, or at least cleaner. I've gotten all the algae off the power heads. I've gotten it, you know, scraped the back glass to the best of my ability where I could reach, and I went ahead and decided to double the dose. There's nothing in this product that made me have red flags about doubling the dose. So I added 30 milliliters to this tank, and I waited another week. And after that week, the tank looked like this. All right, things seem to be getting better. Now, I'm still not 100% sure, but I went ahead and said, okay, I'm going to give this another week. So I dosed another 30 milliliters, and per the instructions, it's a every week dose if you have a problem tank, and I define this as a problem tank. So I added another dose. I really didn't do another big cleanup, and I waited one more week, and this whole time I've been reducing lighting, reducing what I'm feeding the corals, and trying to keep the blinds closed, just anything I can do to help, but I had really been doing all of that stuff before. So I wait one more week, and that week ends today. So this is 3 full weeks into using Vibrant. The aquarium looks like this. I'm going to give you a close-up video right now so that you can see what this looks like, you know, without my ugly mug in the picture. Plus, you'll get better lighting if you're not competing with God behind me here. So take a look. Okay, so what are my final thoughts? Well, as I was going through and editing this video and getting it ready, I had done close-ups that I haven't shared with you yet. Close-ups of day 1, day 8, day 15, and now day 21. And I noticed something. Even though those first 2 weeks where the algae was just out of control on the back of the glass and the power heads, it was getting better on the rocks. And I didn't notice that because all I saw was the hula dancing algae on my power heads. And I was so upset with that I didn't really take a good look. So, you know, here's what the rocks looked like that very first day. And here is what the rocks look like today. You know, give you a nice close-up view here. Okay, so what are my final thoughts here? This is a product video. I'm going to be trying to do these about once a month as I buy a new product and try it out. I'm not going to give you a review just like this one. I waited a couple weeks of using the product before I just threw up a video on YouTube. If I'm going to share information, I want to make sure that it's an educated opinion and not just, oh, look at this shiny new thing I took out of the box, it's the best thing ever. I don't work like that. So hopefully I'm giving you some input and you can actually see what this product is doing. But if I was going to give Vibrant here a rating, it'd be an 8 out of 10. I think it did a great job. My problem wasn't getting any better until after I started using the product. They're definitely not paying me to say this. Heck, if you Vibrant people, if you do see this video and you want to pay me, I'll take the money. I need to restock this tank. But the only reason that I would give it not a higher rating is the instructions are very vague. The ingredients are very vague. For you detailed people out there that, you know, this is your baby, it was a little bit scary putting a product in that I couldn't find reviews on. I couldn't find any kind of social media. Reef Central didn't have anything on it that I could find. So that's one of the reasons why I'm making this video. Hopefully someone out there, you know, does a YouTube search or a, you know, Google search on algae problems in a fallow reef tank, and they can find this product. So, you know, I did that whole video without coughing. I don't normally sound like this. I'm a little bit under the weather, but it was time to get this video out, so I do apologize. I don't know if I'm going to edit that coughing out, but if you're hearing me talk about the coughing, odds are I just kept it in. So, at any rate, I would give Vibrant an 8 out of 10. I think it worked great. I'm really happy with the way the aquarium is looking right now, even though there aren't any fish in it. The rocks haven't looked this good in a really long time. And I'm excited about getting this tank starting to get going again. It's going to be a very slow process. I know that. But, you know, hopefully as I'm trying new products and you know, continuing in my hobby, I'm going to keep sharing information with you. There are a lot of great people out there that know a lot more than me. So, this is just one guy's opinion, but hopefully I was able to share an educated opinion with you. Have a great day. Enjoy your reefs, and we'll talk to you next time.